Hello and welcome back to the Audi FIS Ski World Cup, here for run number 2 in the women's giant slalom here in Tremblant, Quebec in Canada. It was an exciting first run down the Flying Mile race course. 50 racers took the start in the first run. Fastest 30 go through to the second run, and then they go in reverse order. So the first racers out of the start gate will be first. There we go, just get the graphics right. This is run 2. And this is day 1 of 2 days of racing. Saturday and Sunday this weekend, seeing the women's giant slalom events here in Tremblant, Quebec. Here are the fastest 3 from the first run in reverse order. And let's have another look here at Alice Robinson's run from the first run. She was the winner from last weekend's giant slalom race in Copper Mountain, and she looks to definitely pulling through that momentum into the races here this weekend. It was a really strong first run, but calm and relaxed. There's a confidence about the way she skis there. Had a very tight line coming over that breakover and just stayed patient with the turn, no hesitation at all over all of this terrain. Kept those skis glued to the snow so she could build speed through every section of this course. Now she's in the lead. 0.23 out of Swinka Luchik. Luchik skied very well. It was her coach that set the first run. Be a different set of gates on the second run. Athletes inspect a second time. However, with the fresh snow falling, I'm not sure how different the course will be. And the incredible crowd at the finish here in Tremblant, bringing the athletes through and across the finish line. Alice Robinson, your leader after first run. The others are chasing her down. Last weekend in Copper Mountain, she handedly won both runs, and if she can put down another run just like the first run, it'll be hard to beat Alice here today. We have 3 Canadians in the top 30 in the second run, and the racer with bib 50, Simona Wild from Switzerland, just snuck into the top 30 to get herself a second run. Here's a look at the season so far. 2 races already. It was Julia Shea, the Austrian, who won the first round, and she skied out in the first run. And so here we are, stage 3. The last winner 2 years ago, it was the same 2 giant slalom races over the weekend, and Federica Brignone won both of those races. Well, local time, it's just about 2 in the afternoon. Snow is still falling. -5 at the start, about -4 at the bottom. A little bit warmer today than it has been leading up to this weekend. It can be bitterly cold here on the east coast of Canada. Let's have a look here at the Flying Mile for run 2. You can see at the top, we saw in first run, really important to ski the opening section well, where it's steep, and then to not make any mistakes as you come off the steep and onto the flats. Across the flats, you can build speed. You've got to look ahead, feel the terrain, keep those skis connected with the snow, and maintain speed error-free. We saw some of the athletes in the first run, some of the girls. Lara Kulturi was one, making mistakes along the way. Paula Maltzen, they will be looking to move up in this second run and have a clean run here this afternoon. Lots of ski fans in the finish here in Tremblant. Those young racers getting to have a look at their World Cup heroes. But especially cheering on for the Canadians in the race. Cassidy Gray will be first to go. Britt Richardson a little bit higher up, and it's Valerie Grenier who sits 5th. Here's your starting order in this second run. Paula Maltzen, 11th out of the gate. Lena Dürr, skiing well in GS. Generally stronger in slalom, but has had some good races so far this season in giant slalom. And the next German to go, Emma Eicher, also skiing strong. Estelle Alphon had a great first run and is right in the mix here in the second run. Clara Diarez has had good results 2 seasons ago, had her best World Cup finish of her career, placing 4th here on this same slope. And there's your fastest 5 from the first run. It's sure to be an exciting second run, an exciting closeout to this race. Athletes warming up at the start. Lara Kulturi for Albania.
Ogni volta riusciamo a dire qualcosa.
He's had 2 giant slalom podiums. Never a win in giant slalom.
Definitely, it's a huge advantage to go early. I mean, obviously, those girls that are going early have a time gap to close. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, it's better if you can be
L'an prochain, si on l'a, je prendrai le droit. Moi, je vais être swappé.
Well, we get ready here for the second run. It's the Swiss skier Simona Wild first to go. Again, the highest bib number to qualify. The last racer in the first run. Oh, my apologies. She goes next. She's tied for 29th with Lisa Horhager. And the Austrian will be first out of the gate. Horhager didn't finish in the opening event in Solden, but she picked up a 22nd place finish just last weekend. She has the cleanest course here in the second run. You can hear the wind, the weather. Very much at play here. So we get this second run underway. Lisa Horhager for Austria pushes out of the start gate and will open this second run. We'll have a look here at the track. Driving strong here on these opening turns. This is a ski upper section where it's steep. You ski it clean, build some speed, and then pull that onto the flats. And then the tactics change here across the flats. Oh, and Horhager just getting thrown out of position a little bit from the bumps and all the terrain at play here on this track. Short little pitch there. It gets a little bit steep. Those 3 to 4 gates are really key not to make any errors there, get late in the line, because as you can see here now Horhager's going through another flat section and then takes the final drop into the finish area. And Lisa Horhager for Austria will cross the line and she takes top spot with a time of 2:21.07. So she'll wait and see how that run holds up. No real errors. The whole length of her run. Simona Wield next for Switzerland. 400ths of a second off. Remember, the two, Horhager and Wield, were tied after the first run. So no advantage to play with here for Simona Wield, and she is late and low in the line. 0.93 off the pace, and there you can see immediately the time deficit just from that little error, getting a little bit late through those couple of turns on this hill. It's something you need to avoid. It's not going to work. There's no space, there's no other really steep section to pull that speed back. Just found a little bit, but still needs to find almost 9/10 to catch Horhager by the finish. Well, Simona Wield from bib 50 got into the second run. She's had a clean ski since that little error at the top and found a little more time on the bottom. Slots into second, 0.61 off the pace, and she knows that mistake was costly. Lara Kulturi next to go for Albania. Well, she is ranked in the top group. She went out first run with bib number 6, but had too many errors in the first run. 2, 3, and they just seemed to snowball. She couldn't find the rhythm of the course on the first run or get the flow of the hill. Let's see how she can do here in the first run. This could be quite the second run. 0.61 up on Horhager. On the right-hand side of the screen. This is much better skiing from Kulturi. She's found the rhythm of the course. You can see she's staying nice. The skis are staying connected to the snow. She's moving well and still building speed. 1.27 up at that third and final split. Now she drops into this final section. Lara Kulturi, 6 World Cup podiums already at 19 years of age. Won't be a podium today, but it's an excellent second run, and she goes ahead by almost 1.6 seconds. Wow. That's a bit of redemption from the first run for Kulturi. And she can take that into tomorrow's race. Fog rolling in here at the start as Ilaria Ghisobelti pushes out onto the course. 25 years of age, this is her 20th World Cup start with the Italian team. Just close here to the time set by Kulturi. Ooh, that was a nice, clean, quick turn on the red gate. Delay that brings it onto the flats. This looks like it flows a little bit better here on the second run. A little bit more room to let the skis go. And Ghisobelti now at the last interval time finds herself 0.47 off the pace. Again, remember, Kulturi took the lead by 1.59 ahead of Horhager, so this is a good ski from the Italian. Ghisobelti skiing strong through these final turns, and she'll cross the line, takes that second place, 0.83 off the pace. So she closes the gap to Kulturi. Nina Asner out on course next. Has picked up points in both Solden and Copper Mountain, 24th, 23rd. She move up here on this second run. Good clean turns, and she's got the green light, 0.03 of a second up on Kulturi. She needs to keep the intensity up here through the rest of the run. Building speed across the flatter section here. Yeah, she's working well. Staying nice and calm with the upper body. 0.29 up now at the third and final split. Asner needs to hold on here. This could be our new leader. Kulturi came down and with such a lead, but it looks like Nina Asner is doing an excellent job. Europa Cup GS title winner, and she takes an incredible lead, 0.74 out in front of Kulturi. Wow. Great ski. So Austria goes into the lead.
Honestly, that's a very good run. She's going to be happy with that. She's going to most likely move quite a bit up. Good job, Nina.
So your new leader, Nina Asner. We go back to the top for Sue Peeler for Switzerland. Good 36 in the first run. Very good. So important to get your timing, get speed off of this pitch from the red gate, and she's 0.2 up at the second split. So Peeler moving nicely off of the pitch and onto the flats. Good rhythm and flow here on this second track. It's a little bit wide on the blue and is now trailing by 0.12 of a second. And Nina Asner seemed to find more time from that last split to the finish. Sue Peeler wants to stay close. She's going to have to find some extra speed down here. Good strong turns here from the Swiss skier on the closeout. Last couple of turns, and Sue Peeler goes into second. 0.44 back.
Second place right now.
So a good ski.
Exactement. Et la prochaine coureuse qui s'en vient, une Norvégienne. Alors,
Norway, Madeleine Sylvester Davik, 20 years old. She was strong ski in the first run. I really like the way she attacked from top to bottom. And again, it's looking nice and strong here on these opening turns.
The speed, babe.
0.12 of a second back now. Really takes that gate nice and tight. Tripped her up just a little bit. It's important to stay smooth across the flats. Nice little push on the turning ski and then release. Drive into the next turn. Madeleine Sylvester Davik here now on to the lower part of the track, and she finds herself about half a second off the pace. Sue Peeler skied into second, 0.44 back of Nina Asner. There's some time to be found here on the bottom. Madeleine Sylvester Davik for Norway through these final turns. And she will tuck for the line, crosses the finish into third, 0.72 back, just in front of Lara Kulturi. Well, if I'm honest, I thought that Lara Kulturi might move up a little bit more than she has, but these racers that have come down after her skiing very well on their second run. Lara Delamea out on course next for Italy. 26-year-old. Picked up some points back from Copper Mountain. She skied out in the season opener in Solden. Very dynamic skier. Sometimes that energy into the ski and the angles she gets can get out of her control. Can she settle here? Let's Some quick turns coming off the pitch. She's found good speed on the upper part of the course and has done a nice job of transitioning that out onto the flat section. Lara Delamea now moving nicely here. Keeping the tempo high as she tries to find as much speed as she can here on this second run on this course through the terrain. 0.48 up on Nina Asner at the third and final split. So Lara Delamea now can see the finish. Continues to stay dynamic on the turn. Right to the line, and she crosses into top spot. Up into the lead by 0.42 of a second. So Nina Asner drops to second. Good ski from Lara Delamea. Yeah, that was an impressive ski from the Italian. So we go back to the top. Next up is the Finnish skier Erkka Piikalainen, 22nd after the first run. See come out of the fog. Fog rolling into the start area just a little bit, but they come out of it quickly, and the visibility is good down here. 2/10 off the pace now. Our new leader at the bottom, Lara Delamea. Nina Asner for Austria sits second, and Sue Pilar for Switzerland sits third. Still early in this second run. Racers here at the back, the women here at the back of the top 30 trying to solidify some World Cup points here on round 3 of 10 on the women's giant slalom tour. Erkka Piikalainen now into the final turns. And Piikalainen for Finland crosses the line, goes third. 0.47 back. Good clean ski from the Finnish skier. Again, points on the board. Next up, first Canadian in this second run. First of 3, it's Cassidy Gray from bib 40. 0.04 of a second off. Lost a little bit of time, lost that advantage that she had in the start gate. And just has to set the edge a little bit stronger to make the gate over the breakover. This isn't as clean down here as some, and it shows in the time. 0.64 off the pace now. Cassidy Gray wants to settle across the flats. Find the rhythm and flow here across the middle part of this race course. Cassidy Gray now at the third split, 1.46 off the pace. Keeps pushing right to the finish line here. These turns as they come over and get sight of the finish line are really important. You can build some speed here. Cassidy Gray skiing them nicely, and now she can tuck for the line. Goes into 8th, just over 2 seconds off the pace. So dropping back a little bit, but she has her first World Cup points on the board for this 2025-26 Audi FIS World Cup season. That's sure to give her confidence moving forward. We go to Paula Maltson, who went out of the start gate second this morning. The racer in front of her, Sarah Hector, had skied out, and Maltson just making some mistakes in her first run. Clean ski over the break over there. Oh, and she gets out of position. She loses the line, gets caught on the inside ski, has to make a quick recover, but because of that has lost some time. She still has the green light, but when she makes that transition from the steep to the flats, she will have lost some speed. Now settling in nicely, Paula Maltson calmer with the upper body, smoother into the turn. 1500ths of a second off the pace only. Well, for the era that she had coming off of the pitch, this is very respectable. She's regained some speed, and can she find some more here on the lower section? These turns could suit her well on the closeout of this course here on the second run. So Paula Maltzen, oh, she takes that gate heavy and hard. She tucks for line. Can Maltzen take top spot? No, she's missed it by 0.24. So Lara Delamea holds off the American Paula Maltzen.
Very happy with keeping the lead, because that was Paula is obviously a strong force to compete.
Maltzen at the moment currently ranked 4th in the giant slalom standing. She picked up a podium in round number 1 in Solden. Lena Dürr is out on course now for Germany. Really building her giant slalom skills. Very much a slalom specialist is Lena Dürr, but with an impressive 6th place finish last weekend in Cochrane. I'd say she's been working hard in her giant slalom over the prep season. She's 24 World Cup podiums, 2 World Cup wins. Those coming in slalom, 0.81 off the pace now for the German skier. And Lena Dürr just missing that speed, the tempo here in the second run that's needed to build and take top spot. Lena Dürr tucks for the line, and she goes 6.87 back. So dropping down a few places, but again, sure to be another solid giant slalom finish. Lena Dürr still sits top spot. We go back to the Americans, to Nina O'Brien. Four tenths up has found a little bit of time in that opening section. Lara Delamea at the finish in top spot. Paula Maltzen sitting second. His teammate. Ooh, and she's found some more time. She's almost half a second up now. And Nina O'Brien now needs to settle across the flats. Working the turn nicely, staying early on the ski so she can release after and not have to do too much work below the gate on the flat section here. She's lost a bit of time, but she still has the green light ever so slightly at the third split. Holding that tuck position, trying to build speed across the flats, and then as she drops into the finishing section, oh, Lara Delamea's at the bottom watching closely. Will she hang on to top spot? Nina O'Brien looks to be challenging the top place, but no, she goes second. 9/100ths of a second. It was a good fight, a good battle from O'Brien. It was nearly enough to take top spot. Lara Delamea had an incredibly clean ski. So next to challenge Delamea is Franziska Gritsch for Austria. She has an advantage of 39/100ths of a second over Delamea. No troubles on the opening section. That delay brings them out onto the flats through the middle part of the course. That's when we get all these rollers and bumps, all the terrain. Important to remember the course, not only the set of the gates, but also where the terrain is, so that you can adapt and take advantage of the terrain. Try and build speed where possible. 0.87 back for Gritsch. And this just isn't going to be enough to challenge those top spots. Currently at the finish, Lara Delamea leads for Italy, and it's Franziska Gritsch for Austria crossing the line, and she'll slot into 10th, 1.33 back.
Il fait très bien parce qu'on voit que les athlètes maintenant, ils tombent derrière Lara. C'est plusieurs athlètes d'affilée qui sont... 5, 4, 3,
And Wendy Holner out on course for Switzerland. She stepped onto the podium on the World Cup Tour 3 times last season. Throughout her career has been on the podium 54 times on the World Cup. Again, none of those have come in giant slalom. Good strong skiing here on the second run. She was 18th last weekend in Copper Mountain. Conditions here suit her better. Can she find the rhythm and pace across the flats here on the second run? Oh, she's dropped time half a second off the pace now. You can see she's working hard, but it's a little bit too much. Wendy Holder now through these final turns. And Holdener for Switzerland will tuck for the line, goes into 4th, 0.41 back. Found a little bit of time on that closeout. But not enough. So still at the top, Lara Delamea.
The leader is Lara Delamea of Italy. So really nice run for Lara.
There's your leader, Lara Delamea. So far has moved up 7 spots on this second run, 7 places. She's improved her finish on the second run. Nina O'Brien second and Paula Matson third for the USA. So 15 racers left to go here on this second run. The 15 fastest from the first run are left and still preparing, getting ready for their run up at the top. Katarina Liensberger next to challenge. Italy leads at the bottom. Italy who won last time we were here in Tremblant. Federica Brignone took back-to-back wins here on this race course. Katarina Liensberger next to go. 28-year-old Austrian. 2 years ago she picked up an 11th place finish here in Mont Tremblant. She's lost some of that advantage that she had in the start gate. Still 0.28 up. She has the green light for the moment. Remember, Delamea had a slightly cleaner course than these girls, the women to come still. But she's good at clean. She adapted well to the terrain changes. And that is the key component on this hill. There's so many different rollers and bumps and terrain, and then being able to blend that together, match that with your skiing. That's what it will take to be the fastest here today on the Flying Mile. Katarina Liensberger through these final turns, and Liensberger takes 11th place, just unable to challenge those top spots, and drops back down the list. So Liensberger into 11th.
She's doing a stroke bad.
Alice Robinson, our leader from the first run, just getting to the start to get ready. And we go to Emma Eicher, the 22-year-old from Germany. So far through her young career still, she's found the top 20 in giant slalom. 28th in Solden, which was round 1. And she's 0.64 up at the second split. This is good and smooth here through this middle section. Oh, and just as I say that, she gets caught a little bit on the inside ski, loses the power and speed on the outside ski. Stay with it down here. She's lost half a second between interval 2 and 3, but she still holds the green light. Laura Delamea watching closely at the finish. Will she still hang on to top spot, or can Emma Eicher take it here on the closeout? The young German skier will cross the line, and Emma Eicher goes into third, only 0.14 of a second back. So that's close. So Emma Eicher leads still. Nina O'Brien in second. Sorry, Lara Delamea leads. That was Emma Eicher who skied down into third. Well, that'll solidify another top finish for Emma Eicher. Get her perhaps her top 15 there here today. Estelle Alphon next to go. Alphon. Giant slalom top 10 finishes. There's been some inconsistency here and there. She needs to stay settled here on the second run. 0.65 up at the first split. She's lost a little bit of her advantage from the start, but not much. Alphon now moving nicely, still with a good advantage, over half a second. Lara Delamea from this point on skied really well. She kept the tempo high, kept building speed. This is where some of the mistakes have started to creep in for others. And we're losing time against that of Lara Delamea. So Estelle Alphon still with the green light, almost 0.4 up on Delamea. She needs to hold on to all of that to take the lead. Here comes Estelle Alphon. This is a good, clean second run. Whoa! Did almost that whole turn on the inside ski, and Estelle Alphon makes it to the line, and she does take top spot by 0.2 of a second. So a new leader. Good ski for Alphon, and that will secure her a top 15 finish.
She's going to be happy with that. That's a very strong performance.
Just a couple little mistakes. She can clean that up into tomorrow's race for round 2. And Mina Forst Holtman is next to go. 11th after the first run for the Norwegian. Her advantage on Alphon is 0.29. And she's found a little bit more. Increased that advantage to 0.33 of a second. Mina Forst Holtman was 8th last weekend. Found that top 10 in round 2. Still with the green light. Keeping it thereabouts around 0.3 of a second. Holtman now. Just this little couple of turns on a slight pitch where it's a little bit steeper. Needs to pull speed off of that across this flat section before the finish area, and she's off the pace now of Alphon. She's got about 0.3 to find to try and challenge the lead, and Mina Forst Holtman just doesn't seem to have the speed and power on the lower section, and then she drops back into 6th. Again, it was the top half where she had it, and on the bottom half of the course, just losing too much time. So Estelle Alphon still leads the way, has seen off one racer. Stephanie Brunner now out on course. For Austria, Brunner, she found a 10th on that opening section. She was 23rd in Solden, 25th in Copper, and with a strong ski here on this second run, this is sure to be her top finish so far this season. But that's not on her mind at the moment, not the results. It's the gates, the course in front of her. She is such a strong, powerful skier. Leading ever so slightly here across this middle section. Slight hesitation over the train. Ooh, this is close. Only 0.05 of a second back. Estelle Alphon was quick on the closeout. This is where we saw Holtman lose some time. Can Brunner keep it close here? Stephanie Brunner charges through these final gates, looking to find that top spot. Can the Austrian get there? No, she goes 4th. 0.31 back. So well, good ski from the Austrian. No real mistake. She can certainly take confidence into tomorrow's second race and improve on it. Estelle Alphon, your current leader. Gojia next to go, 10th after the first run. 0.3 of a second is her advantage on Estelle Alphon. Can Gojia make something happen here in the second run? She's thereabouts kept her lead at the first split. Stay strong here. Well, we know she's fast in downhill and Super G. She can be quick on the flats, but can she be quick on the flats in the giant slalom turns? Such a key part of downhill and Super G, knowing how to read terrain, read the slope. And Gojia certainly is good at that. No mistakes here. Good clean skiing. She has the green light. She's up by 0.32. Gojia 17th last weekend, a DNF in Solden. Here she comes towards the finish. Keeping these last turns clean. Can Gojia take top spot? No, she doesn't. Gojia goes second, 0.04 of a second off the pace. Just in front of her teammate Laura Delamea, but that's a good ski from the Italian. Top finish for her in giant slalom. Oh, good recovery there. Gets the 2 feet caught together in the transition between the 2 turns. Well, let's go to the Canadian, Britt Richardson. Ready to charge her way on this second run. She came out of the gate first run with such a high level of energy, huge intensity, and here it is once again. Oh, she's way onto the heels. Good recovery from Richardson, the 22-year-old Canadian. Picked up her best giant slalom finish. It was 7th last year in Kronplatz in Italy. And the stops on the Women's World Cup Tour. And she's settling across the flats. Ooh, that was high-level skiing on the opening section. Had us all on the edge of our seats. Still on the edge of our seats as we wait and see where her time sits here on this third and final split. She's 0.43 back. The times are stacked in tight. in that top 3. And the crowd at the bottom here in Mont Tremblant bringing Richardson home to the finish line. Ooh, a little bit out of position there. And Britt Richardson tucks for the line, and she'll drop it into 8th position. Just falling back a little bit in the second run, but it was good commitment. She went all out that second run, didn't leave anything behind, so a good ski from Britt. Again.
Close race right now. Britt is in 8th, only half a second back. That's pretty stacked race. So this is exciting.
Here we go. One more Canadian still to go. Valerie Grenier sits in 5th after the first run. Estelle Alphon currently leads. So far has moved up 4 spots. Sofia Goggia sits 2nd. Lara Delamea has climbed 12 places on the second run. Sits 3rd. Nina O'Brien 4th. And rounding out the top 5 for the moment is the Austrian Stephanie Brunner. Michaela Schifrin getting ready at the top of the track. Sits 3rd after the first run of her 104. Here's a look at your top racers still to come. Tied at 7th place is Gaznitsa Danielle and Clara Dires. 6th, Camille Rast. 5th after first run is Valerie Grenier. 4th, Taya-Louise Sterneson. And 3rd, Michaela Schifrin. 2nd fastest from the first run is Zrinka Lucic. And your fastest skier from the first run is Alice Robinson. Let's get things back underway here. Marina Gaznitsa Danielle for Poland. 15th. Last Sunday building. She skied nicely last weekend in the Giant Slalom in tough conditions. Grippy, aggressive Colorado snow. It was not easy for everyone, but some really excelled on it. And these are different conditions here, but for Gaznitsa Danielle, she is blending the 2 parts of this run together well. She still has the green light, 0.51 up. Oh, and there gets just a little bit wide, pushed out of the ideal racing line, and that's not always a problem, but when you're coming across the flats, it can be costly. And there you see that lead has gone away from Marina Gaznitsa Danielle, the Polish racer, looking to better her 15th place finish from last weekend in Copper Mountain here in Mont Tremblant on day 1 of racing. Gaznitsa Danielle goes into 8.51 back. Those times are stacking in tight. She slots in just in front of Britt Richardson, who went down just in front of her. So Estelle Alphon still leads the way.
Dans la section du milieu, elle a fait une erreur, puis c'était sur le plat. Alors même s'il y a c'est un plat avec des rouleaux, il faut vraiment tomber en arrière. Du timing, comme on dit, là, c'est comme sa pression était trop en bas de la gate, et puis ça fait qu'elle a dû aller
Next up to go, the French skier Clara Dires, who's the last top result in Giant Slalom came here on this slope, picked up a 4th place finish here 2 seasons ago.
Allez les bleus!
Clean right out of the start. It's a little bit out of position over the breakover, and there it catches up to her 2 gates afterwards, but good recoveries from the French skier. Still has the green light by 0.33 of a second. Trying to find some speed back here across the flats. Little turn on the inside hand over that roll. It's a strong skiing from Clara. 4/10 up still at the third and final split. Is this enough to take the lead from Estelle Alphon? Still Alphon at the top. Gaudia sits second. Lara Delamea sits third. That top 4 hasn't changed in some time, but can Clara Diras do it? This is a hill that she likes. She's done well here before, and she does! Oh, she takes top spot. 0.43 up into the lead. Bib 26 is what she started with today, and now she's got top spot with only 6 skiers to go. Excellent ski from the French skier. New leader at the bottom of the track.
I'm assuming this type of snow, this type of hill is just like perfect for her, as she is consistently very strong here with
Oh, back up the start here into the foggy mist. We go to Camille Rast for Switzerland. 6 after the first run. Her advantage over Clara Diras, only 0.02 of a second. So work to be done here from Rast. It needs to be strong. It needs to be clean. She needs to adapt to all of the terrain changes here on this track. The Flying Mile race course here in Mont Tremblant. A fantastic first day of racing. Oh, she's found some extra time. Camille Rast skiing really nicely on the opening section. Found good speed. She's up by 0.41. Letting the turn run out nicely, giving it just enough extra space. Trying to pull some speed across the flats here, Camille Rast. Now working through the lower part of the track and still has the green light. 0.17 of a second. Can she hang on to this? Clara Diras leads for France in the finish. She took the lead by 0.43 over Estelle Alphon, but can Camille Rast make another change here at the top? Rast skiing smooth, skiing clean on the closeout here. She tucks for the line now, and Camille Rast does take the top. Wow, that's a short-lived lead from Diras. Camille Rast into first. 0.3 up. 5 to go. Camille Rast was 5th last weekend, so she's backing up that top spot, that top finish, with another one here today. She's set the target time here on the second run with 5 skiers to go. Final preparations here at the top for the fastest from the first run. And next to go is Valérie Grenier. She has 2 wins in the giant slalom. And those wins coming in Kranjska Gora back in 2023 and 2024. And then she got injured. She's come back from injury, and she's been building and building each and every race. 11th in Solden, 13th last weekend in Copper. She just needs to put together 2 strong runs here. She's 0.2 back. This is her hill. This is where she grew up as a young ski racer, skiing on the slopes here in Mont Tremblant. You can hear the crowd at the bottom cheering her home. She's found the green light. She found extra time through that middle section. She's up by 0.17 of a second. This would be huge if she took the lead. 4 racers left at the top. Valérie Grenier keeps it clean down here. It's Camille Rast in the lead for Switzerland, but can Canada take top spot with Valérie Grenier? She crosses the line, and she does! 0.2 up! Whoa! And the crowd goes wild. Well, that's the show they were wanting. That's the show they got. Valerie Grenier. A superb second run from the 29-year-old veteran on the Canadian ski team. Has 4 World Cup podiums to her name. Perhaps she can step to the podium here today. It'll be up to the rest at the top. And next to challenge is the Norwegian Thea-Louise Sternason, who was 3rd at last weekend's race in Copper. Rolling in. Oh, she's found almost 3/10 on that opening section. Good clean ski from Sternason. Oh, she's inside. She's skied out. She's out of the track. Oh, gets into trouble on the pitch over the breakover, and that's disappointing for the Norwegian after such a good finish last weekend. So that confirms Valerie Grenier still holds top spot, moves up 1 place. Here's a look at what happened. Just came into that red gate a little bit late, had to try and pull a really tight, quick turn on the left ski, and skis out on the gate after. So 3 left to go. And the next one to go is Michaela Schifrin. 43 podiums in giant slalom. He's looking to make it 44.
30 seconds. Strong push, come on. Let's go, Michaela. Stomp on the apex. 10 seconds.
Here we go with Michaela Schifrin. As you can see there from the screen, 3rd here 2 years ago.
1.
On this slope, the giant slalom's been building, the confidence coming back. It was on day 1 2 years ago, the first race. On the Saturday, she finished 3rd behind Brignone and Petra Vlhova. And Val Grenier, who leads at the bottom. Her top finishes from 2 years ago here on this slope was a 6th and an 8th place finish. So Grenier has already bettered that. Let's see what Schifrin can do here on the lower part. Schifrin keeping it clean as always from Schifrin. Clean, smooth. Links the turns so nicely together, but she's behind. She's 0.18 of a second off the pace of Valerie Grenier. If she slots into 2nd, this would be a podium spot for the Canadian. However, the ever competitive Schifrin will take it right to the last gate. Schifrin crosses the line. Oh, and it looks like she clipped the last gate. She's gone 4th. And that confirms a podium for the Canadian. Wow. 4 career World Cup podiums. Schifrin definitely got a bit of a sting. She clipped this the last gate. It was hard to tell. Let's see if we get a replay. Strong skiing from Michaela. Absolutely. No errors. It was more that Valerie Grenier, she skied strong. She skied faster, a little bit cleaner in some sections. Schifrin into 4th at the top. Valerie Grenier, 2 racers left at the start, and Zrinka-Lucic is out on course already. Her advantage on Valerie Grenier is 0.41 of a second. And she's increased that ever so slightly. This is so far clean, smooth skiing, just like what we saw from her in the first run. And those skis connected to the snow over all of the terrain changes. Oh, she's found more. 9/10 of a second up for Zrinka Lucic. She's got the rhythm and flow of this track. She seems to be flying through this middle section. Her timing is excellent, but she's lost a little bit of time. Still up on Valerie Grenier, though. Still with the green light. That's all she needs. She needs an advantage by the finish line. Well, the screen on the right tells us she's losing a little bit of time. She just needs to keep enough to take the top spot. Zrinka Lucic for Croatia tucks for the line. She crosses and goes into first. She takes top spot by 0.06 of a second, and we have a new leader. So Zrinka Lucic finds the podium. Excellent ski from Lucic. It was very similar to her first run. She was so strong in that first run, clean, working the ski so smooth. 7th last weekend in Copper Mountain, and here in Mont Tremblant she finds the podium. She has 2 career wins in giant slalom on the World Cup, and it's up to Alice Robinson here from New Zealand. Her advantage on Lucic is 0.33 of a second. Oh, that was smooth and clean. The skis so connected, building such big angles, but giving herself that space at the gate so that she can get deep into the turn and get the speed that she wants from one turn to the other. She's up by 0.34 of a second. She gained some and then lost a little bit, but the advantage remains about the same as she had in the start gate. Alice Robinson for New Zealand. Can she take another win here today? The 23-year-old. So she's just focused on business as usual. Last weekend was last weekend. This is a whole new day, new race, a new competition, and she has brought her top gear. 0.56 up at that final split. This is smooth skiing, needs to just hold on here through these final turns. Alice Robinson charges for the finish line, and she's done it. She's gone into the lead. Oh, she's extended her lead. 0.94 into top spot. The 24-year-old New Zealander takes the win here again. So Alice Robinson picks up her 6th World Cup win. What a podium. Well, that will confirm that Alice Robinson will take top spot in the overall standings as well, as Julia Scheib skied out on the first run. Lucic, second. Valerie Grenier, a Canadian podium on Canadian soil on her home hill. That is pretty special. What a way to, in a sense, tie it with a bow here on day one. Camille Rast moved up 2 places into 4th, and Clara Diaz doesn't match or better her finish from 2 years ago, but she picks up a top 5 into 5th.
Mesdames et messieurs, selon les résultats non officiels de la PWC Coupe du Monde Tremblant aujourd'hui, nous avons le plaisir de vous présenter en 3e position, représentant le Canada, Valérie Grenier.
Valérie Grenier put together 2 fast runs. That's got to build some confidence going into race number 2 coming up tomorrow. Zrinka Lucic. What a ski first run was beautiful. Second run was just the same, if not with a little bit more power. But here today on day one in Mont Tremblant, nobody could really match the speed and power of Alice Robinson. It was the same story last weekend in Copper Mountain, and she backs it up with another win here in Mont Tremblant.
Merci de votre attention. La présentation officielle des vainqueurs aura lieu ici dans quelques minutes. Restez des nôtres, don't go away. The official On Snow Awards happening right here very soon.
Well, there's your podium. The Canadian Valerie Grenier picks up third. Zrinka Lucic picks up her 10th World Cup podium in second. And Alice Robinson wins by almost a second out in front of Zrinka Lucic. Rounding out the top 15, Britt Richardson drops back a bit in the second run, but still picks up a top 15 finish. Lara Kulturi, well, she'll be back tomorrow and needed to have a cleaner first run to do anything in the second run.
Alice, congratulations. Your 6th World Cup victory, your 2nd in a row. What a race.
Wow, yeah, I mean, that was such a really testing race. It felt like the complete opposite of Copper last weekend, so yeah, I mean, I'm so excited and so glad I was able to hold on after the lead in the first run and build on it, and yeah, it's awesome.
What was the major difference between a first run and a second run?
I think for sure it was faster. I think the snow got colder, stopped snowing as much, and it froze, so the tempo was up a bit, and it was definitely just working top to bottom. I mean, it's a flat hill, but it's not easy. It's got so much terrain. It's hard you have to be really tactically smart with where you push and where you hold back a little bit. So yeah, I remember last time I was here, I didn't have a very good weekend, so I was a bit worried coming into this week, but yeah, I'm really excited.
What would you say was the biggest difference, especially also maybe in comparison to the last race? Where was the difference?
I think the slope here is really different. You know, Copper was steep and really fast the whole time, and today was really grindy and so much micro terrain. So yeah, definitely tested different skills than we tested in Copper. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself and the team we did a lot of work this summer with terrain, because that's always been a big weakness of mine. So I'm really glad it's paid off.
It definitely did pay off. Congratulations again, and yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Well, the awards in the finish are coming up in a moment. Have a look here at the overall standings, and there you can see confirmation that Alice Robinson takes top spot in the giant slalom standings after 3 races over Julia Scheib, who skied out in the first run here today. And the women's overall standings, it's Michaela Schifrin at the top, picking up some valuable points here today. Lara Kulturi sits second. Again, a really strong opening season from the young skier from Albania. Today just a little bit off her game, but she gets another chance tomorrow. It's another day of giant slalom racing here in Mont Tremblant coming up tomorrow. If it's anything like today's race, it's sure to be another thrilling event. I must say, it's the fans, the crowd at the bottom. We're cheering everyone through. Let's have a look at this second run. And if you caught that interview from Alice Robinson, she did say although the fog rolled in these opening turns, it had started snowing a little bit less. It got a little bit colder. She said the tempo was higher. It felt faster than the first run. Certainly had a little more rhythm and flow compared to the first run. Still not easy to be fast. Alice Robinson making it look pretty easy, pretty fluid and rhythmical. She's in time with the turn and with all of the terrain. And Alice also saying that she worked hard on improving her skills in courses like this. And it certainly shows here today. Can she be beaten tomorrow? Well, I can guarantee she's taken even more confidence from today's race, and she'll take that into tomorrow's race. So it'll be the rest of the field chasing her down after her win here today. Well, this is your podium from day one of live ski racing action here in Mont Tremblant, Quebec.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the winners of today's PWC Tremblant World Cup.
En troisième position, représentant le Canada.
Well, third place.
Representing Canada.
For Canada, it's Valérie Grenier with an unbelievably strong 2 runs. Her last podium came in Cortina back in 2024. And she's now found herself back on the podium here on home soil in Canada on her home hill. Zrinka Lucic second after the first run and confirms that second place finish with a strong second run this afternoon.
And in first place, the winner of today's PWC Tremblant World Cup,
Alice Robinson for New Zealand takes the back-to-back win last weekend, top spot, and here again in Tremblant, top spot. And she takes the lead in the giant slalom standings. An absolutely incredible ski from the New Zealander. Well, it was an exciting first day of ski racing here in Mont Tremblant. Day 2 comes up tomorrow. Another giant slalom race, round 4 of 10 on the women's Audi FIS Ski World Cup Tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the trophy for third place, please welcome
Patrice Malo, président et chef de l'exploitation station Mont Tremblant. Pour remettre le trophée de la deuxième place, veuillez accueillir.
Presenting the trophy for second place, please welcome
Luke Gould, résident et directeur général de McKinsey Investments.
Well, the top 3 being presented with their awards from the day.
Et pour remettre le trophée de la vainqueur, veuillez accueillir.
Presenting the
So a
trophy
couple of
for your
changes
winner,
for
please
spots
welcome
2 and 3 here today.
Direction et s'assied.
Unfortunately, Sterneson was in the position to maybe launch onto the podium, but she skied out second run. Julia Scheib skied out in the first run. Sarah Hector not finishing today either. Tomorrow's a brand new day. It's a whole other race.
En l'honneur de la vainqueur,
Could we
nous allons
see some
maintenant
more
interpréter
changes on the
l'hymne
podium, or
national
will
de
it
la
once again
Nouvelle-Zélande.
be
In
the
honor
same
of our
on
winner
top
today,
spot
we will
with
now
Alice
play
Robinson?
The national anthem of New Zealand. Encore une fois pour votre top 3, mesdames et messieurs, for your top 3.
Well, a huge congratulations to the 3 fastest women here today in Mont Tremblant. And a huge congrats to the whole field. It was a really thrilling 2 runs.
Our top 3 girls from today. So Valérie en français.
Please do join us for day 2 tomorrow. From myself, Britt Janik, and the team at FIS TV, thank you for joining us here. Be sure to come back tomorrow. Day 2 of Giant Slalom action here from Mont Tremblant.
Et puis justement, Valérie, elle a été vraiment rapide dans l'arrivée, la dernière section. Alors, on continue ça pour demain. Alors ici, je vais continuer pour Zrinka Lucic. You're getting really consistent now in the giant slalom events. Obviously, you did amazing in slalom last year. How does it feel to find that consistency in GS?
Feels amazing. I'm really happy that it's not that I just have one discipline, but I can also have one where I can also push in. So if one struggles, like slalom at this moment, then GS is sort of thriving.
Yes, it's nice to have a backup. You're doing great. You're amazing. Congratulations. And finally, our winner, Alice. Congratulations. So Alice, you won last weekend in Copper and now in Tremblant. Do you have something with the American, the North American snow? Are you feeling really confident on this North American snow, perhaps?
No, I was coming back for vengeance because last year I DNF'd in all the races in North America and lost the globe in North America, so I was like, not now, I'm coming back. No, but I'm feeling really good and I'm really happy because this was so different to Copper last weekend, so it was really cool to be able to carry it over.
Yeah, you did amazing. We are all proud of these women, and now let's see everybody later at 6 p.m. There's going to be the bib draw and, of course, the official prize giving. Okay, at the Place des Voyageurs, and it's on the Coca-Cola stage. That's it.
Yes, and don't move, we will have also our Power Corporation of Canada celebration of our top Canadians. We thank Alice and thank Zika. You can depart as we will welcome in a few moments our top Canadian.